Germany and the Silvaner grape are still associated in many people's minds with the 1970s and that horribly sickly sweet Liebfraumilch. Friends, times have changed. Silvaner from Germany's Pfalz is now dry, crisp and fruity, and it's coming right up. Hi guys, welcome to yet another edition of bigonwine, the show which, as always, brings you news, clues and reviews. Indeed, it tries to keep you up to speed about just about everything that's happening in the world of wine. And my wine of the week for this week is indeed from Germany and Germany's Pfalz, and it's this one here. And it goes under the name of Winzergenossenschaft, Herxheim am Berg, Silvaner Trocken, and the vintage is 2019. So a young wine from Germany's Pfalz, indeed carrying the name of Qualitätswein Pfalz, and this wine comes in for a price of just under €13 a bottle where I am, so relatively budget priced. Yes, the Herxheim in question is Herxheim am Berg, not to be confused with Herxheim by Landau, which is just a few kilometers away. So this one is up in the hills west of the city of Mannheim. So we're talking about the left bank or the west bank of the River Rhine. Indeed, Herxheim am Berg is tucked up in the hills, which are the extension of the Vosges, the northern Vosges mountains of France's Alsace. And of course, France's Alsace is just to the south of the Pfalz region. All right, now the climate here is relatively sunny and dry, and just like as in France's Alsace, they produce some excellent wines. Now this is a single variety wine, 100% Silvaner, 13% alcohol and 6 grams per litre of residual sugar, making it a dry wine. So forget all about Liebfraumilch, all that kind of stuff. This is Silvaner in the new style, dry, crisp and fruity. Now Silvaner as a grape variety makes up about 5 or 6% of all the vines planted in German vineyards, and also in Alsace. Silvaner is a well-known grape variety. Indeed, it has been elevated to the status of the 5th of the Alsace area's noble grapes. So Silvaner is indeed making a bit of a comeback here. A comeback kid in Germany. As I say, it used to be used to produce that poor quality Liebfraumilch back in the 70s. The emphasis is now on low yields, better quality and dry wines. All right, let's see whether the hype is borne out by the wine itself. Let's turn our attention to the product, and here we can see the wine in the glass, the Herxheim am Berg Silvaner, and indeed it looks extremely good in the glass. It has a bright straw gold color to it, very bright, very attractive. Maybe just a little hint of green in there as well, but the dominant features are that bright straw gold color. Right, let's turn our attention to the nose on this wine and see how the wine performs. Here we go, Silvaner 100%. Now, the nose on this wine immediately shouts at me green apple. Absolutely, but there's also something else in the background, a touch of something else, sweeter, more in the direction of apricot or peach. So green apple with a touch of apricot, I think it is. Green apple and apricot, and also perhaps a touch of something in the direction of lemon or lime maybe. So green apple, apricot, lime in the nose. It's a fruity, light wine in the nose. Right, so far so good. Let's try it in the palate, see how we get on. Here we go. Perfect. Tangy acid. Excellent. Fresh, refreshing, palate cleaning, very, very appealing. Tangy acid at the front, but at the back, wow, now we're talking. Something in the direction of pear, lemony as well. Forget all those prejudices about Liebfraumilch and Silvaner. This is excellent. Tangy acid, pear, not too sweet pear, lemon, touch of lemon, maybe even a little bit of yellow plum there, and a nice minerality supporting it as well. A long finish on this wine. After the acid has disappeared, there's that wonderful kind of fruity, lemony, plummy taste remains in the mouth for a long, long time. Must have another swig. Really good. Now that is a surprise and a pleasant one at that. Now, what are we going to be serving in terms of this wine at in terms of temperature? Well, I think on the cool side, this one here is definitely just below 10 degrees, I would say. So round about the 8, 9, 10 degree mark is probably ideal for this wine. It's a light, fruity, dry wine. So if we're thinking in terms of combining it with food, we're looking, I think, at salads, fish, veggie dishes. But I think this is a wine that will definitely stretch to chicken and seafood as well. But ideal for summer, ideal for salads, veggie dishes, lovely stuff. All right, let's bring you the heads up on this one. Now, this is a big surprise for me, a very pleasant surprise. This is a wine that demonstrates the change in German winemaking. The Germans are now looking in general for low yields, better quality, dry wines. Herxheim am Berg Silvaner Trocken is the perfect example. A nice balance of fruit and acid, apple, apricot and lime, a good backbone of minerality, and a budget price. 3 stars plus out of 5. Okay folks, many thanks for tuning in and checking out this week's video. And of course this was a little introduction to a Silvaner, single variety wine all the way from Germany's Pfalz. Herxheim am Berg, in fact, up there in those hills west of Mannheim. Nice stuff indeed. Okay, if you've enjoyed what you've seen and heard, then please do feel free to give us a big thumbs up. Yeah, give us a like. We do enjoy getting those. Drop a comment down below. Please do consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't done so already. And of course, while you're about it, why not hit that little bell icon and you'll be informed about all future uploads. And indeed, share the video around to your heart's content. Naturally, I'll be back again next week for another great wine of the week for you. But until then, this is Tony Melville signing off and saying, hey, take care out there, be good to each other, enjoy your wines, and cheers.